Hey guys, this time on Movie Reviews, we're going to be looking at the brand new film, Ford vs. Ferrari. Ford vs. Ferrari was directed by James Mangold and stars Matt Damon and Christian Bale and tells the true story of Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles as they help each other to build a race car for Ford that will hopefully defeat Ferrari in the 24 Hours of Le Mans in France in 1966. Guys, this is a film that I've been really looking forward to. I've heard a lot of great things about this film, and I just love the talent both in front of the camera and behind the camera. James Mangold is one of my favorite directors working today that just does such a great job at making just visceral films that feel so real and authentic, as well as just very, very gritty. And he just does a great job at making films that aren't particularly flashy, but just have a lot of meat to them. And this is one of those films. There are movies, guys, and then there are movies, and this is one of them. This is a fantastically made film, a beautiful production that doesn't try to have too much style to it. In fact, it just feels so simplistic and so just feels so old-fashioned, and I think that's what I absolutely loved about this film. It wasn't trying to be flashy in any sort of way with the cinematography, the message of the film, the acting. It just was, and this is a great film, guys. Not only is it a great racing film, but it is a great film in general that has a lot of stuff going on in it and is a very interesting story from beginning to end. Matt Damon and Christian Bale prove that they are two of the best actors working today. They do an excellent job in this film playing these two characters, these two real-life people, and they really just feel so real and authentic in this film. Christian Bale just does another fantastic job in this film. The guy can do no wrong. He lost so much weight for this role. He did Dick Cheney, the movie Vice, before this film, and then had to lose all this weight, and he just doesn't skip a beat in this film. He is fantastic, and I love his relationship with Matt Damon's character. They just have such great chemistry together. They fight, they joke around, and it's all great, and the dialogue is even better. This is a very well done film in terms of just scope, scale, just a technical marvel, as well as just being really good in the dialogue department. This is a very fast-paced film, which is crazy because the movie is 2.5 hours, but never really feels its length. And that was something that was very, very good about the film, because if this movie slowed down any, we might have had a problem on our hands, but no, this movie is fast-paced as hell. It is incredible, and the acting to boot is fantastic, and the characterizations with everybody just works so well together, and some of my favorite moments in the film come between Christian Bale's character and his son, and basically the son's fears of like what could happen to his father on the racetrack, and that is some of the most incredible stuff in the film. The film feels so authentic and raw and just gritty and dirty, and that's what James Mangold does best. All his films have this real grit to them that we don't see in a lot of movies today. Everything is so clean, but this movie is down and dirty, and it really feels like the time period. It really feels like classic cinema. This feels like something that would have come out in 1966, and it is just incredible. Just the look of the film, just everything. Guys, I know I'm talking in circles, but I love this film, and I wanted to just say it from just the cinematography with the amazingly shot and fast-paced racing scenes that are you're on the edge of your seat throughout this entire movie. They are tense and just so well done. and it's just crazy. The third act of this film is one of the most visceral as well as tense third acts I have seen this year. It is incredible to watch. It is intense, and it is well worth your money. Just everything about this film, guys, really does work, and I love all the actors in it. We get some actors that haven't really had huge, big parts in big films, even for like a little while. Like we get John Bernthal, who is Punisher in the Netflix series Walking Dead. He's in this film for quite a bit of the film, and he is really good in this film, as well as Josh Lucas, who I haven't seen in a film in some time, especially in a big role like this. He is great, kind of playing the villain sort of the film. He does a great job. Everybody just does a great job in this film. It is such an entertaining film that really just, it's one of the movies that comes out every now and then where I'm like, this is why I want to make movies, and this is why I love movies. I love just what this film does and how it does it, how it works. It just all flows together so perfectly. Now, are there things that I have a problem with the film? Yes. I did say that the movie has a really good pace to it, and it really does. There's never really a dull moment, but I can see some people kind of falling off the edge, maybe halfway through the film. Maybe it does slow down just a little bit, but it picks up right after that and goes on to the finish line, pun intended, and it's just really, really stellar stuff. Also, the movie is 2.5 hours long, which might be really long for some people, but I just didn't have a problem with it. It felt like the perfect length for this movie. Guys, I was extremely entertained from beginning to end with this film. It has incredible acting, incredible directing from James Mangold, a great script, beautiful cinematography that isn't flashy in any sort of way, that just is an old-fashioned story that we've seen before. I mean, this is a racing movie. We know how these movies usually end, but it still manages to be extremely tense. You don't know what's going to happen, even if you might even know what happens, but it is a fantastic film nonetheless. I'm going to give Ford versus Ferrari an 8 out of 10. Guys, this is one of the best films I have seen this year. It is incredible in so many ways, and it is definitely worth your time. If you are a sports fan of racing, even if you're not, if you're just looking for a movie that is about people, just watch this movie. It is fantastic. You will not regret it. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next review.